the Baseball Junkies Podcast. Before we get the show going, we just want to make sure that both you, the viewer, and the listener are fully aware that this podcast is not intended to provide any form of investment advice. The opinions expressed here by either the host or any guest do not necessarily reflect the views of any sports card investor, organization, and or entity within the sports card market. Any discussion of sports card values in the past or present is not a guarantee of future performance. Two collectors with a common love of baseball cards, a league of her own, Mr. and Fuego. Welcome to the Baseball Junkies Podcast.
Hello, and welcome to the Baseball Card Junkies Podcast. I'm your host, Adrian, from A League of Her Own on YouTube.
And it's your boy, Mr. Fuego, also from YouTube.
I want to thank each and every one of you for being here tonight. If you're live with us on YouTube, or if you're listening to us on your favorite podcast format, that is appreciated as well. Just want to give a little disclaimer on top of the other disclaimer we just showed. We are using a new streaming platform tonight here on YouTube. I expect there to be some growing pains with this. We'll do our best. I just want to apologize ahead of time for any technical difficulties we may have. So far, so good, though. It's looking good, I feel like. But sound off in the comments here, or let me know in a message if you follow, if you're watching the rewatch of this or anything of that nature. Let us know what you see, what you like, what you don't like. How was your week, Battle Buddy? How you doing there?
It's been good. Just want to go ahead and take a moment to wish all the mamas happy Mother's Day. Whether you have a human baby or a fur baby, you're still a mama.
Yes, happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. All right. And with that, let's get right into some baseball card goodness. Let's see how things go tonight. Here we go. I was not expecting to have a lot of upcoming release news for you, but there is a little bit. May 13th, May 14th-ish, 2024 Panini Flawless, both for first off the line and the regular, should be coming out. Really freaking pricey. Over two, man, what was the price? I just had it up. I will pull it up here.
It's a low price of about $2,500.
20, yeah. I got 23 for just the regular. The first off the line, I don't see a price for it just yet. It's saying it'll be out soon, but good Lord, that is a hefty price tag. Let's see if I can. Oh, technical difficulties. Pardon me. I'm going to try to share the screen with you all here that are with us. There we go. Add the scene. That is the one that I wanted to show with the price on Steel City Collectibles. Insane. With that, man, bear with us here. Okay. We also have Donruss Baseball and the Bowman Megas coming out on the 28th. We talked about that last week. I'm not going to go too much more into that. Another fun one that I want you guys to all be aware of tomorrow on Topps, the pre-order for 2025 Topps Series 2 was announced. So that should be going live on Topps website at 12 p.m. Eastern is what the email has shown. So wasn't expecting to see anything about that. I wasn't also expecting to see on X, there was somebody that posted Topps Chrome releases. Now, there weren't any dates on that, but they did show that they'll, if you want to be notified when Topps Chrome, regular Topps Chrome, Cosmic, and then Platinum 55 was on there as well. I'm guessing that's Platinum Anniversaries.
That's what I'm thinking.
So that was a surprising one to see.
So basically, we went through the 52 design, the 53 design, and then did we have the 54 design?
That's why I can't remember what 2023 was because they didn't do platinum anniversary in 24, correct?
Actually, we did because it released in either an all red box, then it went to a red and blue, and then we had the green and white. Okay, yep,
So we're on track here
we're
with the
on par.
55.
We are on par.
All right, sounds good. Sounds good. So those are going to be our upcoming releases that I've got for right now. So keep those in mind. I think we'll get right into those product reviews because we've had a big week in baseball products this week. All right, so 2025 Bowman came out. That's what I've been watching nonstop, all the channels, looking on X, looking to see what everybody's hits were. It's been a lot of fun. I opened 3 blaster boxes myself because that's what fits my budget. I saw a lot of hobby boxes, jumbo boxes, Breaker's Delight. Breaker's Delight is freaking awesome if you can afford it. I'm sorry if you watch any on Striker, Jabs, all those bigger channels that open a lot of that. It was insane. What are you thinking of Bowman?
Okay, so here's my pros and cons of Bowman. The pros are it's something new now. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I think it is fun that we get to see players that are offspring of players we grew up on.
True.
The downside of it, the checklist. Oh, and another plus is they're spreading the love around as far as who's the chasers are. So this go around, we're placing a little bit of focus on the Rockies with
Mm-hmm.
Charlie Condon.
Mm-hmm.
The bad part about it is the checklist is not all that great. I mean, there's really you don't have not necessarily nostalgia. It doesn't bring the same excitement as it did when the chase was Khalil Watson from the Marlins
Yeah.
or Ellie or hell, even Dominguez and Bobby. You know, if somebody was to get into a break now and they managed to land on the Rockies, they can be like, "Yay, I got the Rockies, Charlie Condon." Okay, So I mean,
I
that's just
I I think this is a sneaky good checklist. I don't feel like they emphasize enough the right people, in my opinion, to
that
chase. Like
could be
I'm looking,
true.
there's a like you said, there's a lot of like I'm gonna say Prince Fielder's son, Cecil Fielder's grandson,
Both of
Jaden
Poppy's
Fielder.
boys are in it.
I haven't heard a lot of people talking about that. That's what I've been looking for. You got both, yeah, you got both David Ortiz's sons. Now I
Uh-huh.
did notice Dave. One of them has an auto in it, and one of them does. Like David Ortiz Jr. No autos.
D'Angelo does.
Has autos. Both of those, I feel like this might be a sneaky good one. Think about when Bo Bichette, Vladimir Guerrero in
Yeah.
that 2016. This has the same kind of vibe to me. I'm digging this whole this set. I feel like the ones that I feel like they were mostly emphasizing on, like Charlie Condon, like he's hurt right now, not doing that great. Like I'm
Yeah.
not. I'm guessing just because he was so high in the draft, that's what people keep in mind on. But sneaky, like people that are lower in the draft are usually the ones later on down the road who we're going after. People like 2025, they're going to send me A's stuff, and now years later, a lot of my A's first are Tyler Soderstrom and Jacob Wilson, things like that. They're
Yeah.
what everybody's going for right now. So I feel like 2025's got a good, really
Now,
good.
one insert that did catch me off guard that I'm really digging is the Bowman retrofoil parallels.
Oh, yeah, I got pulled one. Let me see if I got this right here for you guys. Yeah. Uh, did it? Did they have retro foils in 2024? Someone had said something in one of my videos, and they said they were, but they weren't exactly the same.
They were not. It was just a border.
Okay, so it's a rainbow foiled card with the Bowman logos.
Uh huh.
It is so it is like a paper card, but it's got the rainbow foil.
That's a logo
On.
fractor on steroids.
Yeah, and it was really hard. pull like 1 in 1,000 and something packs.
Yeah.
So that was that was a pretty that was a pretty cool one. I'm digging. I wasn't expecting to dig the reptilian this year. Base reptilian.
Right.
Got 3 right here. And then I also pulled a nice. This is one of the nicer cards I got. This green
Yeah.
reptilian of PJ. So, do you like it more than the Lunafractor? Does it make a difference? Are they kind of silly? Both of them? They're both probably kind of pretty silly, but they're fun.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you can't go wrong with Bowman products as a whole.
Did you get any in on any breaks of it?
I got in on carddeal.com's double header break.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You got some nice cards in that.
I did.
You got, yeah. Um,
And I was fortunate to grab the Yankees,
yeah.
despite the fact, and I was doing some research on the prospects that they were doing, having that Flores catcher. He's a sneaky good one. I think he's going to be one that you need to hold on and keep an eye out for.
Nice. Anything Yankees, you got to keep your eyes on.
Oh yeah,
I feel like for sure. Yeah, a lot of cool. They changed up the top 100. Usually those are vertical.
yep,
Some people are gonna like that more. I'm sorry. Usually they're horizontal. They're vertical this year. Mixed reactions on the Rockstar rookies. They kind of got
yeah.
them up on a stage. Greatness loading. They're cool looking, if nothing else.
I like all those except the baseball card shop inserts. Those make no sense to me.
I think they're kind of fun. I kind of like. I've gone back and forth with it. To me, these VIP ones are the ones that kind of lacked, in my opinion. They weren't. I don't know. They weren't as exciting. They're a nice looking card, but I wasn't as excited about it. Then we've got the die cuts, and I've seen a few non die cuts. So I don't know what the deal with that whole deal is, but uh, you know,
Yeah,
a
definitely.
lot of fun inserts. Like to get the inserts out of Bowman. So yeah,
I like to see. I'm waiting to see what the mega boxes have to offer now.
I know everybody loves a good like Mojo card
Now, yeah,
with packs.
hopefully they keep that same tradition. You've got your 5 base packs and your 2 mojos.
Yeah. So hopefully I know I always remember opening the Bowman mega boxes too, and all the like base packs they're usually like you get a lot of the same players over. You get a lot of duplicates,
Yep.
and I always like hope that they would work on that a little bit more, because otherwise you're buying those mega boxes simply for those mega packs,
That's basically what you're paying 50
and
bucks at the time, 50 bucks
at the
for.
time you're just paying for those because those other packs are usually, unless you get something numbered, maybe like usually that stuff is just like if there's somebody set collecting, which
Or if you have a bad case of OCD and you pull your chase player and he's completely off center, you're hoping for like 2 or 3 more copies. Try to
yeah,
pick out the best one.
yeah, 100%. So, anyways, okay. So also product reviews 2024 Panini National Treasures came out as well. I didn't see as much of this because Bowman is just booming everywhere right now. One of the biggest releases of the year, but I did see like on Run Good Life and a couple of bigger breakers that opened some cases of this.
Yeah.
We did just check before we came on, like on Steel City Collectibles, the price has dropped on this already. There was about $7.50 a box. It's a 1-pack box pack. Has about 10 cards in it.
Yeah.
And they were $750, just not the first off the line ones, just the regular ones. And so I watched some of it. They're beautiful cards. There's some prospects in there. There's some Nike logo stuff.
Yeah, you got the swoosh relics and all that. I mean,
I saw an Ichiro auto get pulled, but it was
yeah.
a sticker auto. So I don't know if I'm paying that much. Maybe I'm just complaining. The no logos thing doesn't bother me that bad, but the fact of the matter is the resale of it, the value of the card just isn't there for that price, in my opinion. Let me know. Let me know in the comments.
See,
Am I full of
what
it?
I
Like,
would what I would like to see changed because you know within the next 3 years, Fanatics is gonna have licensing for all sports. Okay. And
Mm-hmm.
what I'm noticing is, like, for example, Cosmic Chrome originated with baseball.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Fanatics is printing non-licensed, other than baseball products, and they're using those designs. So it can't for somebody. Let's say if I had a crush on Cosmic Chrome, you
Mm-hmm.
know, why not just keep it with that particular sport and come up with a completely different idea for all these other sports? Like National Treasures, we know it's a basketball, it's a football thing. It's not gonna be as desirable, in my opinion, for the baseball collectors.
Yeah, 100%, and I feel like it's been like that the past couple years, especially with all the things going on with Panini,
Right.
losing rights and everything like that. So I'm curious. I don't really understand the person that's buying it. I respect it if that's what you're into, but I don't understand. Like if I've got money to buy expensive baseball card boxes, like I'm just not seeing the appeal to National Treasures. Now, other
Right.
than they look cool, maybe if you just don't care about value, you just want as many cards as possible, cool stuff. That's that's the only that's the only way I see it making sense.
Yeah,
Because
and that's why, if it makes sense, Tops and Fanatics will not implement it.
well, I'm talking about Panini right now, not
Well,
Top. But
Panini, Top, same
yeah,
concept. I mean, because
okay,
again, we both agree that Panini, they're on borrowed time right now.
yeah,
Okay,
agreed.
because once they lose the licenses, what are they going to fall back on? Unlicensed Pokemon?
I I, I think they've got like UFC. Do they have UFC or does Tops have that? I don't even know. I don't follow Panini at all anymore. I've just
I,
had
I don't. Yeah, I don't think anybody does really.
well, there's got to be somebody out there. But anyways, let us know. Let us know what you think. That's our uh those are our product reviews of the week.
Yeah.
Let's get into some more hobby news. I've got a lot of different things to talk about today. PSA's I've got a couple news stories just want to keep people up to speed with. First of all, they've got the minimum grade coming back, which I actually didn't know it was gone, but it's something that I never used. But if you are doing any kind of grading, just to be aware, you do have an option with PSA to submit a card and request a minimum grade. And what I mean by that is if you send a card in and you don't want that card to be graded at anything lower than a PSA 9, PSA will accommodate for that. Now, if it's they don't think it's going to be a PSA 9, they think it's going to be an 8 or lower, they'll send you the card back, but you will still pay the fee. No matter what, you're paying for the fee. Just keep that in mind. So that's something that why I never used to do that. I also kind of maybe I'm being superstitious, but I always thought maybe that might skew my grade.
Right.
So I never did the whole PSA bring minimum grade submission thing. I didn't realize. I guess they did away with it back when the COVID-19 pandemic, when PSA was getting hit hard, kind of like they are now, but
Yeah.
way worse back then. I don't think some people don't remember that for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, let's see. Peak of the minimum grade went about 4 years ago. They're going to start bringing it back. I think that's interesting. They're bringing it back now with their difficulties with turnaround times right now because they got so many cards to grade.
Right.
That was some more PSA news I wanted to bring up. PSA card on YouTube posted a pod back, it was about 4 days ago. I just listened to it today, where the president of PSA was talking about an array of things from turnaround times and
Yeah,
bulk.
they're trying to do everything they can to slow production down versus just cutting everybody off at the ankles.
Yeah. I will have the link to that video in the description. And I will, if you wanted to skip just to that part, it was at the 16-minute and 28-second where he talks about they can't keep up right now. That's why the deals They're not doing any PSA deals right now. They're not gone forever, but they are trying to catch up. They are trying to accommodate. This is good news in my opinion. They're so busy, things are going so well, and they weren't expecting to have this this much work for another year. They were talking about, so they are trying to adjust and accommodate. They also are letting people know that the bulk and value things are going to be an addition. They say additional month. I feel like when you go and read the comments, people are saying longer, but I don't know. I feel like a lot of people don't go look on PSA and see how long things actually take. And I just like it. I've told you before, when I graded early on, like we waited for a year for some of our things. So I don't feel like I feel like you got to be patient if you want stuff graded. Now, if you're someone that's just flipping cards trying to make money, I can see where it can be very frustrating.
Right.
I'm just not that kind of a grader.
And then, I mean, another avenue that a lot of these flippers are going to is they'll go to the card shows where they're doing on-site grading.
On-site grading, GameStop.
Yeah.
They did talk a lot about how GameStop. There's a lot of first-time graders. That program has been very successful for them. There's a lot, they've got a lot of people in there that are coming in with submissions for the first time, which I think we know there's a lot of people that are intimidated with getting their cards graded. I've done it. You used to send me your cards all the time. You're doing it now. And don't you almost wish you would have done it yourself in the first place if you really think about it?
If I really think about it, it's a lot easier than what it's made out to be.
No, I totally understand that there's people out there that are intimidated and sending things to PSA, but if you get on there, I always say start small and move your way up, especially now. The bulk grading where you had to have like a minimum of at least 20 cards, which that could be a lot. Maybe if you've got a nicer card and you go, was it $39.99?
Yeah.
You can send in one card and turnaround times, like I'm going to guess it's a month right now, but it's probably shorter than that according to PSA. Send one in and see how it goes.
Yeah.
And I've contacted PSA before in the past. Like if you got questions and stuff, I know that they're overloaded right now, but there's a way to get through and get the help you need. I'm just
It can be very helpful too.
Yes, indeed. So PSA. Oh, so the whole. I know you've talked about this on your show a little bit on Mondays, but the whole eBay.
The PSA grading option.
Yeah. So if you buy a card on eBay, it's got to be at least $250. Though
Correct.
that's the kicker. Which, good thing, bad thing, I'm not sure. But 250 because you can click an option to have the card sent into PSA to get graded. So 250 minimum means it's automatically going through their authentication program, so that I could see where that's streamlining things and making things less difficult.
But there is a caveat
for
to
the
that,
buyer.
Adrian. So basically, if I was to pick up a card that is $250 at a minimum, but I do not want to get it graded, it has that guaranteed authentication guaranteed protocol that it's got to go through. It's going through SGC if you're not sending it for grading. But now, if you are, it's bypassing SGC and going straight to PSA.
The authentication program is through SGC?
Correct. If you're just buying with no intentions of grading, SGC will be the authentication gurus to do it. But if you have intentions of grading, SGC won't touch it. It's going straight to PSA.
PSA. Well, they will authenticate it.
They will authenticate it and grade it. Yes.
Okay. It's a nice feature to have on eBay, the whole authentication.
It is, because
I've seen issues with it. There's been issues with it. My brother-in-law had sent me the screenshots and everything where they obviously weren't putting much thought into the authenticity. Like the cards were legit, but it wasn't the right listings. He had accidentally two cards of the same player that were two different number parallels. One was a purple, one was a pink or something like that. Accidentally swapped them, sending them to the buyers, and they didn't catch it. They went on to the seller or the buyers, and fortunately those buyers did send back and swap everything out, and it worked out.
Yeah,
But
so basically the problem fixed itself amongst the buyers.
they got lucky with the buyers, because the person that got the lower end card
Yeah.
purchased the lower end card and got the higher one. They could have been like, "Oh, I'm good," they could have been.
Exactly.
So, anyways, that's
Now the only bad part about the whole eBay and PSA type deal is they restrict you to one level of grading. So you don't have the
true.
option.
The
So
higher
now,
levels.
in a way, that could be a blessing or a curse. So what happens if Adrian is on that? I'm going out on the flipping frenzy. You pick up a $1,000 Jacob Wilson 101. You spend $1,000 on it. You send it off for grading. You're sending it at the lower end. You're sending a higher end card at the lower end tier. If that makes
Yeah,
sense.
that's true. It only get the way I'm seeing it right now. The only option you have is that $39.99
Yeah.
deal. You can't go up from that. I wonder if it automatically goes up based on the sell, like what the card sells at. Like we're talking about a
That
minimum
and
250. Like if I buy a
you're
card,
given a notice.
yeah, I'm wondering if I buy a card for $3,000 on eBay. I'm not for certain on this, but I imagine PSA is going to adjust accordingly due to their whole,
Yeah.
the tiers that they have set.
That is wishful thinking.
Could be. All right, let me share some screens here. This is some stuff that we talked about earlier, but I wanted people to be able to see it. Let's see how well. Let's see. I want this screen here. There we go. When I talked about this earlier in the upcoming releases, I wasn't able to bring the screen up, but I can now. But you see the Topps Chrome available soon email that went out. No dates, but you can hit the notify me and put your email address in there if you want to know when you want updates on when Topps Chrome, Cosmic, or Platinum 55 comes out. I just thought it was interesting that 55 was on there. Now, let's see if I can switch screens easily here. Probably not. Again, guys, we're using a new streaming platform, so bear with us with our growing pains here as we learn how to do this. Here we go. I want to show you. Let's see. It's going to be this one. Nope.
Well, on the plus side, for all the pure listeners, y'all don't have to go through the heartaches that all the viewers are going through.
Oh my god. This is a mess. Let's see. I hate dead air. I hate it. And I've got no choice right now because I don't know what I'm doing. Flawless. This is what I want to show. Here we go. Let's see. All right, here we go. This is what I want to show. Will it let me? This is not very streamlined. Okay. Here we go. All right. Earlier this week on Topps on X, we saw a 2024 Topps Luminaries Hit Kings Ultimate Book Massive Auto 28 players 101. Check this card out with all of these players. This is on eBay right now for $85,000. But I really thought it was cool. You got Derek Jeter, Will Clark, Ozzie Smith. You've got all the big names on there. This card's insane.
It
This
is
is one of the coolest things I saw this week. So, that service, we'll let you guys know when that sells.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And let's see what else we got here to share. Oh, Bowman Baseball. I was going to talk about this probably in the banter, but because I'm having so much trouble right now, I think I'll just try to bring this up right now. This right here is going to be... All right, so Cool God. That's what I'm thinking it is. He got a case, a jumbo case. Opened it on his channel. The full video was on there. And there were only 3 autos. No, this guy, I'm sorry, I've got this mixed up with another story. This person opened an entire case and only 3 autos and next to no color. Am I reading this correctly? Nope. Yeah, 21 missing autos. So this guy only got 3 autos, the ones he's got pictured here, and the rest of the entire case. I want to make sure I'm clear with that. Didn't have any autos in it. Now, as I scrolled down and watched this over the next couple of days, Fanatics reached out right away, and it looks like they're correcting it, but I thought that was crazy. But I do also love that Fanatics reached out and got right on top of that to take care of that issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this ain't the first time we've seen an issue where somebody has spent some serious money on a product, and the product turned out to be a foobar of a purchase.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sometimes good, sometimes just like what we just saw now.
I think it's good for people to know that this stuff happens, and it's just good to know that you can reach out. These companies usually will help you right away, Tops or Fanatics. I've had issues in the past. You get a car that's dinged or something like that, reach out to them. They usually help me pretty quickly. Now, I have also another topic we were going to talk about today. 2021 Bowman draft back in the day, I pulled a redemption card and never got the redemption. It was open. It was on Tops for 2 years before I got anything, which brings me to the whole Tops exchange program is going to be going on at the Fanatics Fest, which is going to be June 20th through the 22nd. So if you're available to go to that event, that's the kicker there. If you've got redemptions that have been open more than 100 days, you can go in and get something at the Tops booth there. So
yep. So moral of the story, if you get yourself a case of Bowman, for example, and you got no autos, reach out to customer service. If you happen to buy that same case and you got too many autographs, again, reach out to customer service. They will fix the problem for you. And I'm saying that fictitiously.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, here's another cool story. I think is a cool story. Mr. Fuego might say different. We'll see. And I'm also going to see if I can share it without having trouble here.
Oh, let's see. Yeah. This shenanigans.
This. Try that. All right, let me play this for you guys. I thought that thing was awesome, or that collection was awesome. Let me know if you guys are listening and not watching. I just showed a bat knob collection, and they were all 1-of-1s. Derek Jeter, Alex Rodriguez, all kinds of guys. That was a short that Top Studio put out on YouTube. Made my day just looking at it. Won't ever own those cards, but I thought they were cool. And
okay,
I think you thought they were cool too.
I'm going to hop on my little soapbox here for a minute. With the exception of the A-Rod, okay, I'm going to go ahead and throw him in this clutter too. I like the idea of bat knob cards. What I have an issue with is these manufacturers are going above and beyond in trying to, make everything into a 1-of-1. I mean, 1-of-1s are just that. I look at this stack and all I see are licensed Panini products because Panini is
Mhm.
infamous for the cleat relics, the bat nameplate relics. I mean, yeah, it's a cool piece that you rarely find or not many people actually have in their collection, but let's stop trying to make everything under the sun involving a particular player a 101. Okay? Flagship, you've got all the colors, and just to make it fair across the board, let's go ahead and throw a random color in there and make that a 101. Like you've got your blues, your blacks, golds, reds. Now let's do platinum. And mind you, it don't even look platinum at all. That's really all I'm saying. If you're gonna have a 101 product, one, make that particular item stand out across the board if you want to implement a 101 into all configurations of all releases, whether low end, whether high end, whether something in between. Make it fair across the board, because what you see with these 101 bat knobs, and let's just say, and I use the example definitive, you'll likely probably find it's the same bat knob relic out of five in like a transcendent product. So I mean,
Last week we talked about the bat knobs that are coming out. I think it was tier 1 products
uh-huh.
where the bottom of the bat knob is what the person's top series 1 card
Yeah.
looks like, which I thought looked really cool. Is that more of a direction you're looking for them to go with that, or no, just based off of what you just said?
Based off of just what I just mentioned, I mean,
Mhm.
throwing a sticker of a baseball card on a bat knob to go into a baseball card, to me that's an afterthought.
Mhm.
I mean, I'm pretty sure these folks have a research and development team that gets paid well to come up and brainstorm these great ideas of a product lineup. Let's use those minds and let's think outside the box for once. Let's not, you know, sprinkle. It's kind of like going to that barbecue and you have that one person who can't cook. They throw raisins in their potato salad.
Okay, that's fair. I just this collection is cool. Come on now. I
Again, I'm not knocking. I'm not saying I hate it. I
Yeah,
just don't like the
I hear what
idea that the one-on-ones are more than just one-on-ones.
I hear what you're saying. There's too many. This has been a story in the hobby for a while. Too many one-on-ones. As things keep going on, there's too many one-on-ones. There's the platinum and the superfractor, and okay, I mean, I see what you're saying. Sometimes we've talked about this. Sometimes
Yeah.
we gotta just look at the cards and just enjoy them. Let's and
Yeah.
not get too wrapped up in it. Um, I see your point. Good point. Is Fanatics and Topps going to listen? I don't know. Not if they keep selling stuff. So, all right, we got another story I want to share you here that I think is worth mentioning. God, I got to get better at this. Okay, about a year ago, we talked about. Well, I remember us talking about this on the podcast when we were still running it, about this being implemented, but Fanatics just a story came out about Fanatics distributing high-end cards fairly. KPMG, if you remember, is a third-party auditing company. Uh, did a whole 12-month period, and they're saying it's fair, it's legit. That they don't know where the high-end cards are going. Uh, got this article off of collect.com. That's cllct if you want to check it out. I will also have that linked in the description. But you can see they did uh, an audit from, it says April 1st of 2024 to March 31st of 2025. And their reports show that everything's legit. What do you guys think? At one point in time, I was one of the ones that thought, oh, they're giving all the good stuff to the breakers and the higher end, you
Yeah.
know, people and things of that. I don't really feel that way anymore. I think I was overthinking it and being ridiculous. Honestly, a lot of breakers and stuff, they get a lot more product than we are. You're gonna see good stuff on those channels. But I have seen on the smaller channels, ones that we follow a lot of, pull really cool things. Look at Ped's card collection. We talked about last week pulling the 101 Paul Skeens.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's not a really small channel. He's up and coming, doing well. But in the grand scheme of things, he's one of us, just a cool guy, just likes cards and just collects. And he pulled something cool. And I've seen it on a lot of other channels as well. So
This kind of reminds me of Doge being implemented before Doge was a thing.
Yeah, true.
So
All right.
so can we put this puppy to bed and assuming that breakers and influencers, their products that they purchase are customized to their liking?
I can. I don't know. A lot of people in the comments or other out there watching, like, let me know what you think.
Because there's always going to be one that says, I don't care what they say, that's a paid hire. Well,
I remember seeing videos. You remember there was like I don't remember if it was Topps, Fnat, whatever it first came out, and they opened up a box and like the Jackie Robinson 101 was in it. And it was kind of like, okay. And it was like this whole like marketing thing. But now I'm just like, maybe they had, I don't know. There's breakers are opening a lot more of the bigger products. Like right now, the Bowman, the Breakers Delight. Like I was saying, it's awesome. And so a lot of breakers are opening that. You don't see a lot of us that are just buying blaster boxes, opening stuff like that. And they've got some big cards in that. So
for every one box of blaster that we pick up, they're picking up about 10 hobby cases.
Yeah. Let's see. I also Topps dropped another one of the I Collect videos this week with a former LCS owner, and that was a real cool video to check out because this guy's collection is all Bowman autograph refractors all the way back, like early on when they first started doing that. I would definitely check that video out. I'll have it linked. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to show you this picture. I can try. Let's see. Oh, I can do it. I can do it. Here we go. This is, I'll just leave it on the small screen here, but you can see this is what the thumbnail of it looks like, and you can see some of the Bowman refractor autographs in that picture there. Really super cool collection. I would definitely check. It's worth watching. It's a fun watch. Okay. What other news do we have?
Well, so if you was to go through your collection right now and you just came to the conclusion, I've got way too many cards in my office, I'm gonna go ahead and send these and put them in a vault. You know, let's say maybe about, I don't know, 35,000.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, I don't think anybody that we know has 35,000 slabs, but you know, there's other collectors out there that's got deeper pockets than we do, and they figure, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and put these with PSA and lock them up in a vault.
Mm-hmm.
Not gonna mention Steve Aoki, but
oh my God, that's right.
He's got that flexibility where, you know, if he's only sending 35,000, how many does he have that remains with him is the question.
That's right. So Steve Aoki put out a video, I think that was on Topps as well, I think, that he's sending 35,000 cards to PSA. That was another cool video too. I freaked out when I first saw that because when he said 35,000 cards, I was like, he's sending that many to get graded? Wow. I'm like, they're talking about being backed up. And I'm like, this, you know, priorities are going to change now.
Blame Aoki.
But what it is a lot of his collection that's already graded, he's sending to the PSA vault. And if you watch the video, there's a lot of stuff he has doubles of. So some of them will be available for sale. Some of them are just there for safekeeping because, good Lord, 35,000 cards. And he shares some of his collection. Oh my God, it's amazing. And when you hear about his story and why he collects, and you know,
and that's it's
cool.
And again, for him as a collector, you know, he's dealing with a blessing and a curse. One, he's collecting what he enjoys. Okay, nothing wrong with that. However, it's not focused.
Mm-hmm.
He's got everything. He collects all sports. He's got, non-sports. He's probably got TCG because he is Japanese. So I
Probably.
mean, he is all over the place.
I know he's got like really cool Ichiro cards. I bet he's got to have amazing Shohei Ohtani
Oh
cards.
yeah, definitely.
So that was a cool collection. Okay.
It
I think
was.
I'm gonna cut the hobby news here. I want to do the top 5 cards. We didn't do it last week. I totally went over it. And then if there's any more hobby news that I missed, we want to talk about more. We got the banter coming up
All right.
after the top
Let's do
5.
it.
We'll get it. So, all right, guys, we did this with the show before. We're gonna do top 5 card sales of the week, like cards that are up in sales. We get this off Sport Card Investors app. We might adjust this in future weeks. Not sure yet. We kind of liked doing this before, but probably in the banter.
We're
Well,
taking a twist to
let's
it,
talk
and you'll
about
see
it a
what we
little
mean.
bit. Let's talk about it a little bit in the banter. See what people think. I'll get your thoughts out. Let's see what we're gonna do here. Let's go with card number 5 here. Okay, number 5, Jose Ramos. His card sales that was the blue Bowman Chrome first auto, and let's see. His card sales this week were the last 7 day was up 230%. 30-day also 230%. There was a few sales of the blue out of 150 auto. That's how it makes the list on the top 5. You want to talk a little bit about why we think it's on there?
So here's the backstory on Mr. Ramos here. So he's currently playing in Double A. All right. And his numbers, he's played in 29 games with 108 at bats. He's got 30 hits and 10 home runs, batting 278. Now, he's been a part of the Dodgers organization. He was signed initially as a free agent back in July of 2018. So he's been around for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And then now he's actually got the call as of March 8th, and he's playing center field for the Dodgers.
So we thinking that's part of it. He's on the Dodgers. The Dodgers are hot right now. Otto Cromasa, he's coming up. That's his card's making the list for those reasons. It's what we're thinking. Why?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Cool. Okay. All right. Well, let's go to number 4. I can't believe that's number 4. We've got the 2017 Topps Chrome base of Aaron Judge, his rookie card, which I don't think we need to talk about why he's on this list right now. Aaron Judge is insane right now. He's not a human being right now. He's insane.
Mm-hmm.
MVP times a million for Aaron Judge right now. He got 3 hits today against the A's. Like I think he had 2 home runs in yesterday's game, which fortunately the A's won that one yesterday, like out of nowhere. It was crazy. But at any rate, in the last 7 days, we've seen an increase of 7.1% on the card sales of this card. In the last 30 days, a 12.8% increase.
So yeah, number 1, I kind of regret flipping all my Judge rookie cards to switch for Julio, but it is what it is. But anyway, I mean, Adrian pretty much cut it straight to the chase. This man is leading the league in every recognized stat you can possibly think of. His last 5 games, he's got 3 home runs, 4 RBIs. I mean, is there anything that this man cannot do?
Yeah. I am really surprised that people are still pitching to him. This has got like Barry Bonds vibes to me. Remember they just weren't pitching to him; they were just walking him. Like I'm just wondering why that isn't happening right now. But what I love to see him hit the way he
My
hits.
only concern with him though, Adrian, and I'm pretty sure you would agree,
Mm-hmm.
one, his size.
Mm-hmm.
Two, the durability to play 162 games.
People have been saying that since he's come out in 2017. Let's think positive. He's doing things right now, and it's 2025. I feel like these baseball players are doing different things to stay healthy. Let's hope that the size isn't going to be a huge impact, and he keeps doing what he's doing for years to come, because
Mm-hmm.
God, he makes baseball fun to watch.
He does.
So I hear what you're saying, but let's
Yeah,
stay
definitely.
positive. All right, let's go number 3. All right, that's another one I'm not surprised actually to see on the list, but it's kind of cool to see a base paper card. But this is 2021 Bowman Draft Jackson Merrill with a 7-day increase of 55.8% on the card sales of that, and a 30-day increase of 38.9%. Jackson Merrill is doing Jackson Merrill things on the San Diego Padres. What do
He
you got?
is.
What do you
And
got there?
I know the Padres came down to the frozen tundra in the Bronx, and Merrill was just showing out. You know, right now for this season, he's got a 1.3 WAR. He's got 4 home runs. His batting average is 446. Okay,
That's insane.
that is unheard of. He's got 16 RBIs. His OPS is 1208 with a 237 OPS plus. I mean, his last 5 games, they weren't really all that show out. He's got a total of maybe 2 home runs. He's got 8 RBIs. But still, I mean, this
Dude,
kid is fun to watch.
I love it. I love it. I'm glad I picked up a couple of his rookies a few weeks ago at my card shop. Just, base like chrome rookies and things of
Yeah.
that nature, because it's exciting. Look at how he's playing. Gosh. All right. Number 2. All right, we've got the 2024 Topps Chrome rookie autograph of Sal Frelick. He has had a 7-day increase on this card sale of 244% and 30-day increase of 152. Now, we had a little discussion about this beforehand, and I'm hoping maybe the comments here on the live tonight might give us some insight. But Sal Frelick doesn't appear to be very exciting on the Brewers right now. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Now, Sal Frelick, young, good talent, something out of the 2024 Topps Chrome sets, people were chasing his cards, but the way his statistics are going doesn't really kind of match this, other than the card is going for raw around $20, which is a great price for a rookie autograph if you're prospecting. Maybe people are hoping. What do you got for his statistics, boss?
All right, so for his last 5 games, he played against the Cubs and the Rays. Out of the last 5 games that he played, he's only got 1 hit. That's it. And he walked twice. So for the season, no WAR, 124 at bats with only 35 hits, 1 home run. He's batting 282 with 7 stolen bases. Okay. Nothing on his resume is screaming top 5. I mean, not even top 10.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, we'll even go top 25. I mean, granted, he's still young. That people are always saying, he's young, give him some time, he'll come through. I got that, but I mean, I don't know what is the driving force in this kid's sales. Minus that they're practically dirt cheap.
They are cheap. Maybe that's the lure to them. They're cheap. There's a lot of potential there.
Yeah.
That's my best guess. Without further ado, let's get to the number 1 card of the week. Rightfully so, back on the list here, we've got Aaron Judge with his 2013 Bowman draft pick card with a 7-day increase in sales of 18.3% and a 30-day increase of 24.5%. People want that first Bowman card of Aaron Judge, and the paper is a good price. So those sales are going crazy. We just talked about Aaron Judge a whole bunch, so this makes a lot of sense.
It really does. I
And
mean,
do you want the Bowman or do you want the tops? That's the ever-ending question for baseball card collectors. Some people are all about the Bowman, some people are all about the tops.
but as long as they're all about that player that's finally getting his due recognition, because last season it was all about the Otani show.
It was. That drives my sister absolutely insane. Now, don't get me wrong, Otani deserves all the recognition. He's doing great things, but she was like, Judge is doing great things too. And he's getting the back burner, So,
Right
anyways,
now, I can put up an argument and say Aaron Judge is by far the best active hitter in the modern era. Change my mind.
agreed. I no, I totally agree with you right now. Um, that's our top 5 of the week. Let's get into the banter, and we're going to talk even some more about this. We just talked about the top 5. I said tops rookie or Bowman first. What is yours? Which do you prefer, Mr. Fuego?
If we're talking rookie, it has to be flagship.
Yeah, 100%. Let me be clear. Do you want Bowman? Do you prefer Bowman first of a player or their rookie card from tops? Bowman rookies are not on this list right now. Not what we're talking about. I'm talking about
Right.
Bowman
I
first
mean, in
or top
general, I
rookie.
would still go with the rookie card,
Hmm.
despite the fact that a lot of people will argue and say that a player's Bowman first is more desirable due to the ceiling, you know, like Soto's first Bowman, Julio's first Bowman, Tatis's first Bowman, they far outweigh their rookie cards. Okay,
Yeah,
but I mean, it it's I guess you could say it's a selective taste. It's what you are attracted to.
I
If
agree.
you're
Whichever.
focused on that rookie, and if you so happen to stumble upon the first Bowman, hey, by all means, do you, boo boo?
Agreed. Agreed. I do feel like people when you talk to like baseball card collectors, there's a line there most of the time. There's like when I'm getting that card of a player I'm watching, I personally always go for the Topps rookie card.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one I want first. But I've got some friends and family that are all about that Bowman first card. And I feel like a lot of the times, unless you open Bowman and stashed it,
Yeah.
that Bowman first card, you have to go back and try and get it because
Mm-hmm.
it might have been ignored, that first go around, or that might have been. I'll say it again with my A's. A lot people send me Bowman first autographs of A's players because they don't think much, and I'm like, dude, the A's have a minor league system that is Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge was, I know his Bowman, he didn't have a Bowman card with the A's, but he was in the A's system. So I'm just saying,
Yeah. And
when a
again,
good
if you
rookie's coming up, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but like that
no,
good
you're good.
rookie's coming up, we know it's coming in the top screen product, and you get to open. If you get to pull that rookie card, it's not. It's so much fun. So much fun.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
now if you're just a hardcore prospector and Bowman is your pride and joy, yes, you're gonna gravitate towards that Bowman first. Maybe even the Bowman rookie. Maybe.
yeah,
Okay. But the vast majority of other collectors who are not really as big into prospecting as others, yeah, they'll likely go with that first rookie in flagship.
agreed.
So like when I first started this whole journey with collecting Julio Rodriguez, the rookie card was the first one on my target. If I came across his Bowman first, I would have picked it up, which I did. So I mean, it 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 all depends on who you collect, how you collect, why you collect. and nobody should be given any flexibility in telling you in what order or what would be the preferred card of that particular player to go chase.
Agreed. I feel like we've had some back and forth in the comments. There's people on both sides of it. That's cool. I love it. Speaking of another thing I love, I'm going to try and share a screen again. It's just been so much fun tonight.
Yes, all about sharing screens.
Your PC that's been kind of dwindling a little bit, I think is about to turn around because this guy is starting to turn on. We got Jason Dominguez, who hit 3 homers in the game the other day, youngest Yankees player to do so. There are Tops Now cards available. I think they're still available, and look for autos. That you, as you can see here, $11.99 I think is for one card, and you can buy a 10-pack of cards, whatever. But I thought it was really cool that Jason Dominguez is finally getting his bat to turn on. Which, hey, it's still early in the baseball season,
Yeah,
and
definitely.
I was hoping for good things for him because he's a good player and all this pressure and hype for him and things coming up. But hey, check it out on Tops Now. You can get a Jason Dominguez auto maybe for $11.99.
Yeah.
It might be in your pack. You never know. Have you ever bought any Tops Now cards?
No.
I have, and I think I bought an A's team set one year because I got like a coupon from another thing I bought from Tops, whatever. I got it, and I got at the time Matt Chapman was still on the A's. I opened that up, and I had an orange out of 5 Matt Chapman card in it,
Oh
and
wow.
that was freaking awesome. So, what is happening here? This screen just wants to pop up on here, no matter whether I put it on here or not. Interesting. All right, let's see what else we got here. What else we got, Battle?
Well, one story that we forgot to touch up on is some good hobby juju. Okay. And we've got a active player who was also a collector. He worked kind of like a little drug deal with a retired law enforcement officer. Okay. And the
Here
guy
we
I'm talking
go.
about, Tops posted this on their X account. So Bobby just made an epic trade with a retired police officer for one of his rare rookie cards, and it's numbered to 5, which is pretty cool. So in exchange for that particular card, which Bobby is holding right now, gave him 2 signed, high quality bats, and it's awesome.
It is
So
awesome. Bobby Witt's
and on
all
top
about the
of that,
hobby.
this law enforcement officer actually decided to open up his own LCS, and he's going to display those bats in his store.
Yeah, this was a really good feel good story of the week right here. Bobby Witt is like I said, all about the hobby, and I love
Yeah.
it. And this was just a cool story that Tops shared. So digging on that. The only other story I think I forgot to talk about here. Let's see. Let's see how we can do this here. Oh my goodness, I got to figure this out. All right. Is the Yamamoto card, the 101 debut, is still. Oh, I have the wrong link here. Here we go. So if you guys are still, if you got it or can get it for a good price, Topps Chrome update, Yamamoto's card is still available in that the MLB debut patch. I'll get it up on the screen one way or another. Don't worry, guys. It's going to happen. Goodness gracious. So, Toss posted that they can confirm that Yamamoto's MLB debut patch autograph has still not been redeemed. This just came out a couple days ago, so I'm going to guess the sales of update went up a little bit this week. Sold
Didn't you
some
see
more of
the
that.
same scenario with the Anthony Volpe debut patch?
I just had a favorite of the 10. Do you remember the Fanatics had the 10? I don't know if they're still doing that, where if you found that card and
No, they've done away with that now.
I know they've done away with it, but he was a part of that, was he not?
Yeah, he was.
Okay. So something to keep in mind, I guess. Topps Chrome update has still got to be a great set to open because it's got a really good rookie class in it.
Yeah.
Looking for this MLB debut of Yamamoto's. That's cool. That's cool. I love it. All right, guys. What do you think? Have I
Hopefully we entertained everybody with us test driving this new streaming platform. You know,
oh god.
it
The
was it
last
was
2 weeks
exciting for us as it much was for you.
I'll just go ahead and apologize for this week and last week. The podcast has just got back, and I'm having to relearn how to do things all over again. But I swear it's going to keep getting better. And I really, really appreciate. There was a lot of you guys in here tonight. I really appreciate each and every one of you being here, commenting, listening to our stories, getting through our growing pains. Because I know it's been a rough one tonight, but I
Yeah.
appreciate you guys. That's all I've got for this week. Val, you got anything else?
The only thing that I have is everything that you've mentioned in today's episode. Bring that same energy to the extra innings segment tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern. This way, we'll actually have a nice conversation about it, and we could really tell each other how we feel about everything that we spoke about today.
That's right, guys. The Baseball Card Junkies Podcast Extra Innings Show is on Mr. Infuego's channel tomorrow night at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. Be there, be square. Links to his channel and to that broadcast will be in the description tonight. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us tonight. And hopefully we'll see you again next week. Have a good night, guys.